Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So I'm doing a quick, I guess you could say, channeled message. I just took a picture of the spread and then I'm just going to do this voiceover style. Basically, this is a random reading. Like I said, channeled messages. I was just pulling cards and a very deep, heartfelt message came through. So immediately I was guided to record it. So I'm just gonna jump into it. This message is basically for anyone who is feeling the sense of emptiness, feeling like you're kind of lost in life or you're having a hard time discovering who you are. So I think I'm gonna title this like identity crisis or something along those lines, because that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Okay, so let's jump into the message. Basically, what I was getting at first is that a lot of you, like I said before, are feeling this sense of emptiness. You are feeling this sense of feeling lost or feeling alone, even when you are with a lot of people, even when you're around people, you still feel like you are very much alone, and there is a reason for that. So first we have to backtrack to the beginning of your life. So you were born, obviously you came through the portal, which was your mother's womb. Your mother's womb was the portal to this realm from the higher realm that you came from. But before you entered your mother's womb, like I said, you were in a higher realm. You were in a realm where your essence was love. All you knew was love. That was your entire essence and your entire being. And so when you entered your mother's womb and then she gave birth to you, a mother's job is to reflect that love back to you. So the love that you experience on that higher realm, your mother is basically supposed to act as a mirror to reflect that love back to you, so that you won't feel like you're too far from home. But unfortunately, some of us have mothers who did not have the ability to reflect that love back to us, and also didn't have other family members to reflect that back to us. Because sometimes, even if a mother isn't capable, having other family members who are capable of this, can still aid you when it comes to emotional nurturing. But some of us didn't have a mother or any other family members who was able to reflect that love back to us, because a lot of us have mothers and caretakers who didn't love themselves, and they don't understand love, and they're not on the vibrational frequency of love. So they cannot reflect that love back to us, and that causes a very deep wound within us as babies, because like I said, we came from a realm where our entire essence and our being is love, and then we get here and it's a completely different vibration, it's a completely different feeling. And then there's this person, a mother, who like I said, is supposed to reflect that back to you, and instead when they look at you, all they see is themselves. And this part of the channeling actually reminded me of an article that I was reading about narcissistic mothers and how they see their children as reflections of them. They don't really see their children as human beings. So they see their children as, like I said, extensions or reflections of them, kind of like objects. So narcissistic mothers, or just abusive mothers in general, they look at you and they don't see you as a human being. They don't reflect that love back to you, and immediately that causes you to have an identity crisis, because as you grow older, you don't have an identity. The only thing that's being reflected back to you is a blank space within your mother. She's trying to fill that blank space within you. She's trying to fill that blank space, within her through you. So that's why she will be abusive whenever you are not who she wants you to be. And she'll be very inconsistent with her love, because she is trying to fulfill her own wounded needs through you and creating a blank space within you by treating you like an object that's here to serve her. So many people who have these types of mothers or family members, depending on who raised you, will feel this sense of emptiness, because that's what it is. It's empty inside because you never got a chance to form a healthy identity. Now, like I said before, we come from a higher realm where we are love. Love is our identity. So we still have that identity, but now, like I said, we're just disconnected from it. And now we have our mother or our toxic family's baggage on top of it. Because like I said, they use you as kind of like an empty space to try to fill up their needs. So a lot of you, from what I'm seeing, the only way that you are able to fully see who you are is when it's being reflected back to you through another person or through other people. So for example, when you're not in a relationship, you might have a very hard time identifying who you are because you need someone else to reflect back to you that you are worthy. And that would not be the case if your mother or your caretakers would have reflected that love back to you at a young age. But because they didn't, and they left you with a very hollow space, like a hollow space where your identity was supposed to be, now you need other people to reflect back to you who you are. You need people to praise you. You need people to love you. You need people to focus on you. That's why so many people are always chasing attention. They're always chasing success. They're always chasing a relationship because they literally need external proof that they are worthy. They need an external mirror that says you are worthy because the mirror that was supposed to show them love did not. So if some of you are feeling this sense of emptiness, this sense of nothingness, it's looking like that is the root cause of it. But fortunately, from what I'm seeing here, the solution is already inside of you because, like I said, we come from a higher realm of love, and therefore love is still our essence. It's still there, buried beneath all of the baggage, buried beneath all of the toxicity that other people have placed on us. So even though you might be feeling empty because you didn't get that proper love reflected back to you, underneath it all you're really needing to do is remember who you are. A lot of people are trying to build an identity, like I don't know who I am, and I need to build this identity or this sense of self. And from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are going about it the wrong way because, like I said, it's not a need to rebuild or to build a new version of you. It's more so remembering who you are, recapturing your innocence, recapturing the essence of who you are before you even came into this world. And that's where you are going to find true fulfillment and true abundance. So the love is already inside of you. That's why so many people also try to connect to a higher power. That's why people are constantly searching for spiritual answers. They're constantly creating, different artworks. One of my mutuals actually sent me an article about this not too long ago, about how people with a certain zodiac sign, I'm not going to say the sign because I don't want it to be a distraction here, but people with a certain zodiac sign are prone to doing things that they think will bring them closer to a higher realm. So that can be anything from art to drugs to, getting involved in certain spiritual practices. So that is a way of people trying to find their way back home and trying to recapture the essence of who they are, which is love. And like I said, some people try to do it through those means of getting high or art and things like that. Some people try to do it by being very successful and having a lot of money so that they are praised. But all in all, we are all chasing or striving to return back to our natural essence, which is love. So in the spread, one of the cards that stands out to me the most is the Innocence card, because I just feel like some of you were born into families where you never got a chance to be innocent. And you may not realize how traumatizing that actually is, to be born into a family that does not look at you and see, oh, a baby, this is a cute, helpless baby. But instead they see you as something to fulfill their needs. This baby's gonna make me happy. This baby's gonna give me attention. This baby is gonna make my husband love me again. Things of that sort. So that is a very, very traumatizing experience. And you can sense it as a baby. You can sense it. So that in itself is traumatic. And some of you are needing to reclaim your innocence that you never got a chance to live out, because other people try to use you to fill a void instead of seeing you as the innocent being that you are. I'm seeing that a lot of you could have already separated yourself from all the things that you realized were toxic or that were depleting you or draining you. You've moved away from it, but you're still struggling and you don't know why. And it looks like the reason that you're still struggling is because you have now resorted to condemning yourself. So, like I said, for those of you who were raised in families or by mothers who did not have any love to give, they were just someone who was very harsh and like a very critical figure in your life. Like they told you what to do and they made these demands and they were very judgmental and the love was very conditional. And it's like now you have taken on that role with yourself. which makes sense because that's all you know. Like I said, that's all that was reflected back to you. So some of you have now taken on the role of being a very harsh critic toward yourself, constantly policing yourself, constantly stifling yourself. So you might want to say certain things and you don't because you don't want to look a certain way. You might want to dress a certain way, but you don't because you don't want to be judged. It's like you're suppressing who you really are, and you are constantly trying to control your behavior and constantly shaming you, because this is a form of shame. Shame doesn't always have to just be you speaking negatively or speaking down on yourself. It could be, like I said, you want to wear a certain outfit because, you know, you just like the way it looks. And in your mind, you're like, no, I can't do that. I don't have the right body type for that. I don't want anybody to say anything. That in itself is a form of self-shame. And again, it's something that's completely understandable. So, you know, there's no need to then shame yourself for shaming yourself. But this is something that you need to be very aware of, that you have taken on the role of harsh critic. Even after you've moved away from all of this conditional love that you were getting, now you're giving yourself conditional love. And that's something, like I said, that you need to be made aware of. You need to be aware that you are worthy of unconditional love, and you are the person that needs to provide it for yourself. And that is when true abundance is going to come to you. That's when this sense of emptiness is going to feel filled. Because, like I said, at this point, when you're giving yourself unconditional love, you are reconnecting with the realm that you came from, which is unconditional love. That's the higher realm, unconditional love. There's no conditions on God or the universe, whatever you believe in. There's no conditions on that type of love. It's unconditional, and that's where you come from. So you're needing to give yourself that unconditional love to reconnect you back to home and to move past this illusion, because everything that you've been taught about yourself, all the ways that you have been mistreated, all the ways that you feel like you're not good enough, these are all illusions. Because like I said, you come from love. Love is your home. Anything outside of that is an illusion from this realm that we are in right now. So giving yourself unconditional love is going to send you back home. Not literally, please don't worry. It's going to connect you back to your home and connect you back to this feeling of love and inner peace within. And you're going to see that everything that you were searching for outside of you, hoping that it would reflect love back to you, it never had the ability to do so, because this love has been inside of you this whole entire time, and you just were not able to see it. And once you start giving yourself this unconditional love and connecting back to this higher realm, like I said, you will feel extremely fulfilled. You will feel whole, and it will help you to actually connect to people on a deeper level, because you'll no longer be looking at people as a mirror to reflect back to you your value, because you already know your value now. So now you can choose people not based off of what you want to see in yourself, but based off of people who you genuinely feel like you can enjoy their company. Like, for example, like I said, if you were raised by an abusive or an emotionally unavailable mother, you might go towards people who have those same traits, because again, you're seeing that person as a mirror and you're wanting them to open up and love you, so that then you can feel that value that you never got from your mother or from your caretaker, whoever it is that raised you. And so if you think about it, you're not choosing partners, or you're not choosing people in your life based off of, you know, I have a genuine connection with you and I value you. You're choosing them based off of, I need you to reflect back to me that I'm worthy, and you remind me of this caretaker that told me that I'm not worthy, so I need you to reflect that back to me. Even though it's all subconscious, you're not doing it consciously, that's what's going on. And so, like I said, as you reconnect with this unconditional love that we come from, it basically frees you up to give you the ability to connect with people on a deeper level, because you're no longer looking for them to fill a void, and you're not attracting people who are looking at you to fill a void either. So when both of you, or you and multiple people, are all on the frequency of unconditional love, you have so much more to give to each other, and you can truly see each other. You're not seeing each other through this third dimension illusion that a lot of us see people through, because of the fact that we are disconnected from our higher selves and from that unconditional love in that higher realm. So I really hope that this was helpful. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.